Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Eva Wainio, Assistant Dean of Student Affairs. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Wayne State University School of Medicine White Coat Ceremony. We are so glad that you've joined us for this special occasion, and we are so proud of our new students, the fantastic class of 2030. Today, I'd like to begin by introducing our distinguished dean, Dr. Weil Socker. Dr. Socker became the dean of the Wayne State University School of Medicine in 2022, after serving as the chair of pathology and laboratory medicine since 2008. He has also assumed leadership roles within the Kermanos Cancer Institute and the Detroit Medical Center. Dr. Socker is a nationally recognized academic pathologist and a devoted medical educator who has trained and mentored hundreds of medical students, residents, and junior faculty. His expertise is in genitourinary diseases with a major focus on the racial discrepancies in prostate cancer. He has been the national lead pathologist in clinical trials, focusing on prevention of epithelial cancers through multidisciplinary studies. Dr. Socker authored and co-authored 220 publications, along with independent and collaborative NIH funding. He has been an active participant in NIH, DoD, and ACS study sections, and in committees and task forces of the WHO and the International Academy of Pathology. Within the community professional domains, Dr. Socker has recently elected president of the Detroit Medical Academy, one of the oldest physician groups in the country. He helped establish educational and research partnership between Wayne State University and the Arab Community Center for Economic and Social Services, ACCESS, and has also served as the president of the National Arab American Medical Association. Dean Socker defines his priorities as enhancing programs to maximize student success, support the teaching and research innovation of the faculty, and spearhead the active participation in interprofessional education and training. Please welcome Dean Socker.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wainio. Good morning to our students, their family, and their friends. Welcome to the Wayne State University School of Medicine. Today, for our student, this marks a defining moment in your journey, a moment of transition, of purpose, and of promise. As a first-year medical student, when you put on your white coat today, it's not a garment only. It symbolizes much more than that. It symbolizes the path that you have chosen and the responsibility you want to carry. The white coat represents trust for your future patients. It's a sign of comfort, of care, and of integrity. They won't see a student anymore at that stage. They will see someone who listens to their issues, to their suffering, without judgment, and being there for these patients and their families during their most vulnerable times. The coat also symbolizes humility. You decided to enter a field by which knowledge is expanding literally by the day. So all of us, day in and day out, we need to keep our curiosity and our determination to learn. We have to really accept that we are a forever learners in this profession. It also symbolizes unity. Unity with whom? Start with this beautiful venue. Everyone in your class is wearing the same thing. You come to the school, you multiply the 300 by 4, so there are 1,200, and then all your faculty and many of the staff. That's not to mention when you start your hospital rotations, the nurses, the physician assistants, and other professions that will be sharing a white coat with you. Medical school have long nights and sometimes moments of doubt. Let this white coat symbolizes a sense of determination and not second-guessing one's choices, because you are on the path to a great career that is both satisfying and at the same time is the ultimate human service career. I believe none of you would have been here without the support of your families and your friends. So thanks to all of you and families who may have thought that once we put them in the medical school, that's not the end of the journey. It's not exactly true. They need a lot more support during these 4 years. Wear your white coat with pride. The school have chosen you among nearly 13,000 applicants this year because they saw in you the ability to be a great physician, a great compassionate physician, and also a great potential for a physician leader in the field. So congratulations and welcome to the profession of medicine. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Sacher. I now have the privilege of introducing our Associate Dean of Admissions, Dr. Patrice Harold. She is a longtime member of the School of Medicine's Admissions Committee and presides over our entire admissions process. Dr. Harold is a 1989 graduate of the School of Medicine. Born and raised in Detroit, Dr. Harold also serves as Clinical Associate Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology and the Director of Minimally Invasive Gynecology at DMC Hutzel Women's Hospital. She received her Bachelor of Arts degree in chemistry from Wayne State University. After graduating from the School of Medicine in 1989, she completed a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at DMC Hutzel Women's Hospital. She then oversaw the Institute for Women's Medicine in Southfield, Michigan. In 2000, she launched her private practice in Southfield. Please welcome Dr. Harold.
So good morning, class of 2030. Welcome to Wayne State University School of Medicine. We are so happy to have you here and so proud of what you've accomplished, your family, your friends, and everybody. We know it takes a village to get here. So as Dr. Dean Sacher said, we had almost 13,000 applications. So what does it take to become a medical student? The AAMC list, the American Association of Medical Colleges, lists certain characteristics that we're looking for in medical students. So there are professional competencies, such as commitment to learning and growth, empathy and compassion, ethical responsibility to self and others, interpersonal skills, oral communication, reliability and dependability, resilience and adaptability, self-awareness, service orientation, teamwork and collaboration, and understanding others. We know there are certain science competencies that you need to. You understand the human body, living systems, you have to take tests, and thinking and reasoning competencies such as critical thinking, qualitative reasoning, and scientific inquiry, and written communication. But what does it take to become a Wayne State University School of Medicine medical student? It takes an applicant who embodies and whose application aligns with the vision and mission of this institution. So the vision of Wayne State University School of Medicine is to graduate a diverse group of physicians and biomedical scientists who will transform the promise of equal health into reality for all. You all had that vision, and that's why you're here out of those 13,000 applicants. The mission is to educate a diverse student body in an urban setting with a culture of inclusion through high-quality education, clinical excellence, pioneering research, local investment into our community, and innovative technology to prepare physicians and biomedical scientists to be leaders to achieve health and wellness to our society. So when you don that white coat, when you go out in the clinical setting, so even in the medical school, remember that you align with the vision and mission of Wayne State University School of Medicine, and that's why you're here. And when you finish, you will be a Warrior MD and Wayne trained. So again, congratulations to you and your family, and welcome to the Wayne State family.
Thank you, Dr. Harold. I would now like to introduce Dr. Margit Chadwell, our Senior Associate Dean of Students. A first-generation physician and European immigrant, Dr. Chadwell is a grateful, proud, lifetime alumni of our school. She practiced the full scope of family medicine while raising her own family and discovered her true passion for the learner in medical education. For over 25 years now, Dr. Chadwell has dedicated her academic career to developing Wayne medical students. She helped launch the Robert R. Frank student-run free clinic, serves on medical missions, and is a regional advisor for the Christian Medical and Dental Association. Dr. Chadwell is a 2023 Ansbacher Scholar of the Michigan Medicine and Ross School of Business Leadership Executive Leader Program in Academic Medicine, a Leonard Toe winner, and member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Chadwell.
Thank you, Dr. Wainio. What a really beautiful Detroit landmark in which to celebrate this special mile marker with your family, your friends, and your mentors. You have landed truly, I think, in a special place to launch your medical education in the heart of the Renaissance city. Our rich history here began in 1868 when 5 physicians who witnessed the crude medical treatment on Civil War battlefields committed themselves to advancing health education and care in Detroit. Out of that, the Detroit Medical College came, and in 1933, the bigger Wayne State University emerged. And we are still here, 158 years later, carrying on their legacy on a grand scale as the largest single-campus medical school in the entire country. And you guys are that, yes, I think that deserves a round of applause. So this is my 11th white coat ceremony. I was thinking about that on the drive in today, and ironically, not one of them was my own. And I think for the older legacy, the more, I would say, experienced legacy physicians in this room, you might wonder, like, why didn't you also have a grand launch to your medical education as this wonderful class is getting? And I remember picking up my first white jacket in the plastic wrap in Scott Hall for $12, and then we were off to work. And so that's how that one went. But I'm glad that we've come a very long way. And I think we're possibly in the most beautiful backdrop to have this happen for this class. As a class, you fill this hall from over 31 states, many countries of origin, 98 undergraduate institutions, and 125 different majors. That's a lot of diverse experience and life experience as well. And this week, you came together to form the class of 2030, launching a brand new decade of physicians. So I think that's pretty unique. Until then, for the next 4 years, you will sign all your emails with the notation MD candidate class of 2030. Some of you have already started doing that. In Latin, candidus meaning white and candor or truth stem from this root. So in addition to that really crisp coat you're wearing soon here, white is now even part of your very signature. As you develop from candidate to physician, you will undergo a major transformation, both personally and professionally, and we're here to help you on that journey. Your white coat will quickly become the staple of your wardrobe. The medical student jacket is symbolically short, and the final 10 inches of material will certainly be pricey. Untold hours of study and instruction, sleepless nights, and caring for your patients, and roughly $300,000. But we don't want to talk about that today. Next week, you will begin full body dissection. Wayne State, by the way, is one of only a handful of medical schools left in the country that maintains full body cadaver dissection. That's a distinguishing feature of our Wayne Train curriculum. It's a bedrock, I would say, of medical education. And if you Google it, if you AI it, we're literally at the top of the list, followed by a school down the street and Mayo. So before you dive into gross anatomy, though, I want to give you a quick, easy anatomy of your white coat. Over the left chest is a pocket, strategically over your heart. When you reach for something in that, remember this: our human connection is at the heart of every doctor-patient relationship. Then there are 3 buttons, and I had one of the students ask me this week, Dr. Chadwell, how do you wear this thing? Do you like button it all up, or do you keep it open, or what? And it's easier to look like a doctor than to be one. I'm like, yeah, that's actually true. So here's basically the way we button it up. The top button can align the sides of your coat, and those are the fasteners that will bring your scientific knowledge together with your human attributes of compassionate care, and that's what we call bedside manner, right? So the top button, let that be closest to your ears, representing hearing. And as Dr. Stuffis reminded you earlier in the week, just button up and listen to your patients. I think that's a good reminder. Humor, I would say, is the center button. There are a lot of serious things, obviously, that happen in the practice of medicine, but there are lots of moments that lighten our burden. And I have a saying on my desk, laughter is good medicine, which is found in the scriptures. And that's something I've lived by. There's a lot of great moments in medicine. And your patients will really like a doctor who's down to earth and real. And then symbolically at the bottom is humility, which brings it all together for a really good fit. And Dean Sacher alluded to that piece. This quality does not come easily to our profession, even though lessons in humility abound. Fully aligned, your hands slide together into 2 pockets, one in the scientific, the other in the humanistic. Those are your primary instruments always. The human touch defining the doctor-patient relationship with compassionate care that can be distilled into a simple golden rule modeled by the great physician himself. Treat others as you would like to be treated. Realize that you are an instrument of true healing, which comes from above. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mary Morial. Dr. Morial is professor of psychiatry, chief of psychiatry at Karmanos Cancer Institute, and deputy editor of academic psychiatry. She serves as chair of the School of Medicine Professionalism Committee and is our faculty advisor for the Gold Humanism Honor Society. She will now provide a brief history and significance of the white coat ceremony. Dr. Morial.
Thank you, Dr. Chadwell. As the faculty advisor of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, I want to welcome you all here today for our white coat ceremony. The white coat ceremony was designed by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation to welcome new students into the field and to set clear expectations regarding their primary jobs as physicians by professing an oath. Today, the ceremony emphasizes the importance of compassionate care as well as scientific proficiency. The first white coat ceremony took place in 1993 at Columbia University. Grants from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation made widespread advocacy of the white coat ceremony possible. Today, a white coat ceremony or similar rite of passage takes place at 97% of AAMC accredited medical schools in the United States and Canada, as well as osteopathic schools of medicine and medical schools in 13 other countries. At the ceremony, students are welcomed by deans and other respected leaders who represent the value system of the school and the profession. The cloaking with the white coat, which is the mantle of the medical profession, is a hands-on experience that underscores the bonding process. It is personally placed on each student's shoulders by individuals who believe in the student's ability to carry on the noble tradition of doctoring. It is a personally delivered gift of faith, compassion, and competence. We are here to honor each of you today and welcome you to this wonderful community. Now I would like to turn the microphone over to Miss Alicia Williams, class of 2027 and the president of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Miss Williams.
Good morning, family. And that is exactly what you guys are. You guys are officially a part of this family. I know that you're probably nervous because you guys are doing this for the first time. This is a large class, but at the end of the day, that just means you have a really large family to go through, some trauma bonding together, so get ready. The Gold Humanism Honor Society is an organization whose mission is to elevate the values of humanism and professionalism within the field of medicine. We recognize medical students, residents, role model physicians, or teachers, and other exemplars for demonstrated excellence in clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service. Each year, the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award is presented to a faculty member who exemplifies compassion in patient care, respect for patients, families, and colleagues, and clinical excellence. This year's recipient and keynote speaker is Dr. Alju Simon. She is a clinical anatomist and assistant teaching professor in the Department of Ophthalmology, Visual and Anatomical Sciences at Wayne State University School of Medicine. She's known for her dedication to student success and mentorship. Dr. Simon is highly regarded for creating engaging and supportive learning environments that promote both academic excellence and professional growth. Her compassion, leadership, and commitment to medical education make her a deserving recipient of this prestigious award. I will personally say that I really hope you guys have the opportunity to meet her, because while this is a very large school and you're going to meet a whole lot of different people, you will never be able to forget her. Her personality and the way that she treats people, she represents sunshine. She always will make you feel better no matter what. Her personality is contagious, and there is absolutely no way that you can have a bad day after you've had the opportunity to speak with her. So, without further ado, please join me in welcoming Dr. Alju Simon.
Thank you, Alicia, for that hearty introduction. Dean Saker, esteemed faculties, dedicated staff members, proud parents and families, and my dear students of class of 2030. It's my deep honor to celebrate this milestone with you and address you as the keynote speaker. As many of the faculties have told before, the white coat that you're going to receive today is a symbol of both privilege and responsibility. A promise to care a person who has trusted you in their most vulnerable moment with skill, integrity, and compassion. My own calling to medicine began almost about 2 decades ago in India. And honestly, I was terrified of anatomy as an M1 student. I'm an assistant professor of anatomy. What an irony, right? Before every anatomy exam, I will kneel down and I will pray, God, please help me. Please show me what I need to learn. He did. But it wasn't until later, when I started my clinical rotations and working in surgery, I clearly understood why I learned those fundamental concepts in its first place. The knowledge I wish I'd had in M1. That realization became my passion, my niche, to bring clinical integration into the labs. And that's what made me the professor standing before you today. But the message I want you to leave with from here is grace. Because the profession that you're starting from today, there will be moments that can break us, and there will be moments that can make you. The moments that make you stay humble, but the moments that break you, give grace. Give grace to yourself, to your patients, and to their families. As a compassionate and competitive trainee, I had my fair share for both. On one occasion, we had a patient presented to us with pancreatic cancer, diagnosed early, fortunately because of jaundice. But she fit every criterion for a bad prognosis of surgery, and my attending didn't want to operate on her. But I insisted. I told him, I will take care of her. Because he did the surgery, I assisted, but post-operative care was my solo turf. He looked at me and he said, Alju, you don't know what you're signing up for. Oh boy, he was right. It was a long journey. I sat with her through every complication that my attending predicted, tracking her vitals and giving her supportive measures. I was practically living in the nursing station for a while. Long story short, 3 months later, she came, stopped by to the ward, looking for me, and apologizing for not bringing any gift. I told her, she coming to see me, it's a gift in itself. On another occasion, while working in India, my grandmother, suffered a massive heart attack. Being the only doctor in the family and working in a renowned tertiary hospital and knowing almost all of the attending, my family and I insisted to bring her there. I went ahead of time. I talked with the cardiology team, made sure that they were ready. She survived the heart attack. One afternoon, while I was visiting her, she was in cardiology admissions, she said, I have some pain after eating food. I told her, Ma, you're on so much medications. Should be your stomach. But I still talked with the cardiology team, the cardiologist, and he agreed. He lightened her blood thinners and added some medicines to support her stomach. I visited her again before heading home, and she said, I'm a little better. I told her, okay, we'll give one more day. Early the next morning, while I was taking my personal surgical rounds in my ward, I got a call from cardiology nurse's station. My grandmother was bleeding rectally. And in that instant, I knew exactly what was happening. It's a rare but devastating complication of massive major heart attacks, where a blood clot can block the blood vessel feeding the gut. It's called mesenteric ischemia. And the window to save her was painfully short and had already passed. But I called everyone. I called the nephrologist, the cardiologist, the general physician, the surgeon. I rushed her to the radiology, got the diagnosis. I talked with anesthesia, got the clearance. Surgeons agreed to operate her. Late that evening, while I was wheeling her into the operation theater, I held her hand and said, Ma, it'll be fine. I'll take care of your pain. When we opened her up, most of her gut was ischemic. There was nothing much to salvage. I cannot imagine the pain she endured, but she barely complained. The surgeon turned to me and said, Alju, it's time, we have to stop. We have to let her go. We stopped the supportive treatment, and she passed away peacefully while still on general anesthesia. And on my 26th birthday, I declared my grandmother's death to my family. That moment, I couldn't take back. For a long time, I asked myself, did I fight hard enough for her? When she complained she had some pain, should I push harder? But in time, I understood something a doctor needs more than almost anything: grace. Grace to let go. Grace not to torment yourself over every what if. And the grace to extend that same mercy to your patients and to your families and to their families, and sometimes to your colleagues. After that, I thought about becoming a better surgeon, saving patients one at a time. But then I thought, what if I become a teacher instead? Taught generations of students to learn better, to reason properly, to diagnose earlier, and to walk in with that grace. Then I could multiply that impact even more. And that is why I chose academic medicine as my specialty. And why anatomy? Because it's a strong pillar of basic medical sciences, the foundation. Sometimes students ask us, is this a high-yield topic for the exams? But I want you to remember, doesn't matter whether it is high-yield or not. Get your foundations right. That is the key. It teaches you to reason through every question that you come across with, whether it is in your exams or is it in your career. And that's why I emphasize clinical integration in medical education. And doing so with kindness and grace, not just for the moments that can break us, but because grace is something every one of us needs at some point in our life. Not only as physicians, but also as physician in training. And to remember, extend that grace and kindness liberally to your peers, to your families who had supported you through this journey, and sometimes to your faculties like us. Congratulations, class of 2030. We are all so proud of each one of you, and I am looking forward to getting you know a little better in the labs. Congratulations, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Simon, for taking the time to be here and for the inspiring remarks. Now, what you have all been waiting for, the presentation of the white coats. Mr. Caleb Stokes from the Office of Curricular Affairs and I will read the student names. Students will come forward to be coated by one of our deans or faculty members, a family member or mentor, or a WSU alum. All alumni will be recognized by the year that they graduated from the School of Medicine. After you are coded, Dean Sacher will pass on to you a lapel pin in recognition of you joining the Wayne State University School of Medicine family. Wear it with warrior pride. Then Dr. Steffes, our Associate Dean of Clinical Education and Surgeon, will provide you with the unique Wayne Warrior MD Principles of Professional Identity, the 16 C's pledge, and the Declaration of Commitment. Finally, Dr. Brazel, psychiatrist and president of the Medical Alumni Association, will offer her congratulations with a card indicating who generously sponsored your white coat. Our first group of students will be coded by Dr. Richard Baker, ophthalmologist and Senior Vice Dean and Vice Dean for Medical Education, and Dr. Margit Chadwell, class of 1994, Family Medicine Physician and Senior Associate Dean of Students. Let us begin. Anita Abo. Noor Abdelram. Shadi Abo Ali. Dima Abdullah. Dina Abul Hassan. Jacob Abraham. Yvette Acevedo. Susan Afalabi. Fatima Aftab. Erica Agena. Janice An. Hussein Ajini. Theodore Ajloni, to be coded by a member of the class of 2003. Abraham Actus. Anissa Alum. Mariam Al-Fuadi. Juveria Ali. Phoebe Allen. Wasim Almat. Abdulrahman Al-Muteri. Hara Al-Naseri. Yazin Al-Omari. Habib Al-Raba. Zahra Altwage. Muhammad Al-Sofi. Manith Angra. Layan Asadia. Ali Atui. Tamra Atisha. Faith Averett. Ali Azim. Christine Aziz. Catherine Beda. Trisha Bergathia. Natha Balakrishnan. Suraj Balanagu. Avery Balcom. Rami Barawi. Lawand Barwari. Ankit Basavalangaya. Alyssa Bashir. Benjamin Badashan. Hassan Bazi. Hekmet Bazi. Andrew Beggs. Elizabeth Belovich. Vance Bardwaj. Caitlin Box, to be coded by a member of the class of 2000. Alessandro Bono. Brady Brond. Gifty Brisbane. Jasmine Britford. Casey Brunson. Jordan Bish. Braden Bunce. Lucy Burgoyne, to be coded by a member of the class of 1995. Darius Caldwell. Christian Gerard Capuno. Charles Carter. Jafer Sharour. Allison Chan. Madeline Chiola. Joseph Choi. Mohammed Shukair, to be coded by an alum, but from the class of 2022. Joseph Krenka, to be coded by a member of the class of 2003. Evelyn Claus. Rebecca Cohen. Jenna Collins. Aran Crump. Charlie Danaher. Sarayu Dandamudi. Jason Dean. Jessica Delgado. Paige Demers. Itohan Dena. Anna Diamond. Van Den. Jimmy Doan. Mariam Duhani. Cameron Duplessis. Our second group of students will be coded by Dr. Patrice Harold, class of 1989, OB-GYN physician and Associate Dean of Admissions, and Dr. Alju Simon, clinical anatomist and assistant professor for the Department of Ophthalmology, Visual, and Anatomical Sciences. Nazik Ibrahim. Jacob Eichhoff. Stephanie Kenzie. Malak Alayan. Hadi El Hassan. To be coded by a member of the class of 1994. Jonathan Ng. Tian Holly Fan. Margaret Fair. Matthew Fowler. Andriana Akaris. To To be coded by a member of the class of 1991. Seth Fisher. Grant Foran. Katie Fredrickson. Samvel Sarkis Gaboyan. George Raphael George. Ibrahim Gate. Pallavi Ghosh. Arjun Sin Gill. Julia Ginter Berriman. Kirsten Gerard. Neha Gopalakrishnan. Sanai Griffin. Jocelyn Gutierrez. Rita Haddad. Jadmusa Haddadin. Benjamin Hajdukevich, to be coded by a member of the class of 1993. Faris Hanif. Garrett Hanks. Osman Haq. Sabrina Harrison, to be coded by a member of the class of 1990. Emma Hatia. Umer Hatim. Ainsley Helens. We have a very brief pause. Thomas Hesberg. Kayla Hogan. Maggie Hoja. Lisa Hong. Julia Ivy. Adithi Jagadish. Raymond Jang. Samuel Johnson. Drake Jones. To be coded by a member of the class of 2004. Maisie Jorgensen. Nora Judge. To be coded by a member of the class of 1999. Arham Kaiser. Haley Gao. Simran Kapila. Kushi Kapoor. Bella Karazji. Reem Kazir. Spencer Kaiser. Syed Musab Kazmi. Zaid Kazia. Annie Keating. Kareem Kershaw. Aiden Kagani. Ali Khalil. Amar Khan. To be coded by a member of the class of 2001. Elias Khan. Waris Khan. Omar Kasane. Hannah Kim. Francesca Klein. Alexander Klein Hexel. Arash Kordbache. Melina Katare, to be coded by a member of the class of 1996. Karim Krayam, Arun Kumar, Zinat Kumar Sharma, Sydney Kwan, I will now turn it over to Mr. Caleb Stokes to continue reading the names.
Our third group of students will be coded by Dr. Sarkis Kuyumjian, class of 98, emergency medicine physician and director of career advising, and Dr. Mary Morial, class of 2000, psychiatrist and faculty mentor of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Hajar Lafta, Ruth Lambries, Elin Leah Landon, Jacob Laney, Eliana Lang, Madison Lansing, Brooke Latner, Regan Lee, Jacob Levy, Vivi Lee, Aspen Lintner, Anna Lorenzen, Brandon Liu, Peter Lynch, Michael Madden, Amishi Mahajan, Bederadine Muhammad, Joseph Mansour, Cameron Manzon, Rita Meza, Anastasia McCoy, Nicholas Merritt, Joxeri Mezin Camacho, Roshni Mohan, Riley Moore, Romy Moore, Clay Moskovic. Matthew Mullaney. Devwagar Muruganandam. Arum Naeem. Shema Nagi. Neil Nakesh, to be coded by a member of the class of 1994. Peter Nam. Alan Nagu. Stephanie Namey, to be coded by the class members of 2000 and 2013. Elias Wong. Wesley Ng. Tamano D.A. Priye Ungo. Saron Chowdhury Nimangadu. Allison Nold. Joseph Nona, to be coded by a member of the class of 1987. Shrihon Nukula. Michael Norsha II. Andrew Novak. Cesar Nowicki. John Nzazi. Simi Solaoluwa Olabode. Anu Oldukbayar. Alberto Olive. Wesley Ali. Ethan Ong. Anika Puluta, to be coded by a member of the class of 92. John V. Patel. Kinjol Patel. Neil Patel. Nima Patel. Tulsi Patel. David Petroscu. Laura Paul. Wesley Ping. Lauren Pizzielli. Bhuvan Patepalam. Sarah Kazim. Sophia Coder. Hannah Rababa. Noah Radke. Tasneem Rahman, to be coded by a member of the class of 2020. Sashita Rajesh. Parnia Rauf. Abraham Raskin. Samir Rassam. Lean Reyes. Muhammad Ali Rita. Advith Reddy. Chase Rezelman. Hannah Rhodes. Milan Rahal. Mark Rimmer. Tamara Robachu. Nathan Robello. Margaret Jane Robinson. Connor Roach. Rebecca Roman. Our fourth group of students will be coded by Dr. Ava Wainio, class of 2005, psychiatrist and assistant dean for student affairs, and Dr. Eric Ayers, class of 1989, internal medicine, pediatrics physician, doctor of mentoring and student engagement, and chair of pediatrics. Taylor Saber. Mohammed Jawad Sadek. Manel Sadak. Sammy Sayeg. Hala Salama. Oscar Alberto Salinas. Ahmad Salkini. Navita Satish Kumar. Asha Savani, to be coded by members of the class of 93 and 96. Ebony Sawyer. Ben Schneider. Shane Schrader. Isadora Sakarik. Brian So. Ben Schneider. Shane Schrader. Isadora Sakarik. Brian So. Maya Sation, to be coded by a member of the class of 2012. Uthman Sharuar. Daniel Shariat. Megan Sharkey. Hisham Shawa. Jenna Siblini. Nathan Siciliano. Dhruv Sidwani. Eric Silver, to be coded by members of the class of 1995 and 61. Mia Simone, to be coded by members of the class of 95. Yashvir Singh. Ishwar Sivaram. Edward Sloan. Mohammed Saab. Adura Sobesan. Olutomi Sobesan. Janelle Suwu. Ashton St. Clair. Sandon St. Clair. Hunter Stabile. Morgan Strail. Leo Sullivan. Sharjeel Sumbul, Rachel Summerfield, Vinamran Swaroop, Rayon Sayed, Olma Tadese, Benicio Tapia, Alicia Taylor, Kevin Eric Ty Jr., Monica Thomas, Juliet Thungu, Cyan Tian, Madeline Tokarski, Anthony Towson, Alexander Trindoff, Charlotte Trunsky, Sage Tuckson, Bryce Tucker, Julia Tweedy, Jade Tysoner, Alexis Ung, Sage Tuckson, Bryce Tucker, Julia Tweedy, Jay Teisner, Alexis Ung, to be coded by a member of the class of 2000. Harika Veldunda, Mathav Vignesh, Zorex Villa Delgado Jr., Ingrid Botruba, Tasneem Wadood, Annie Wang, Jonathan Wang, Lily Warrick, Melanie Wenzel, Dwayne White, Nicole White. Evan Wiedek. Andrew Yaldo. Jonathan Youssef. Justin Yu. Serena Yu. Fiona Yuan. Hassan Zabib. Justin Zhang. Anthony Zhong. Elon Zora. Julia Zucks.
Yes. Big congratulations and big thank you also to Dr. Wainio and to Caleb Stokes for reading all those names with precision. And that's a big job in and of itself. So thank you. Round of applause for them. Okay, you all look great, by the way, in your white coats. Looks amazing. It gives me great pleasure now to introduce Dr. Kathleen Fouché-Brazel, President of the Medical Alumni Association. Dr. Brazel is a proud member of the class of 1987 and the very proud mother of an alumni in 2017 of the School of Medicine. She's a psychiatrist who has spent more than 30 years providing mental health services to children, adolescents, and adults in both private and hospital settings. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Fouché-Brazel.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, 2030. On behalf of the Medical Alumni Association, I am delighted to extend a heartfelt welcome to the newest members of Wayne State University School of Medicine family, the esteemed class of 2030. Today marks a truly exciting and momentous occasion. It's not only the beginning of your journey to becoming exceptional physicians, but also your introduction to a lifelong connection with the Medical Alumni Association. Our network of more than 27,000 living alumni spans the nation and the globe, and I'm honored to lead one of the most engaged medical alumni communities in the country. Our alumni are deeply committed to finding meaningful ways to enrich and enhance your medical education experience. Please know that the Medical Alumni Association will be with you every step of the way, not just the next 4 years, but the decades that follow. We will celebrate your milestones, support your growth, and stay connected long after you leave campus. Along the way, we provide financial support to student organizations and serve as mentors, advisors, coaches, and champions for your success. You have already experienced the generosity of our alumni. Each of you received a white coat made possible by the Medical Alumni Association and its generous donors. You walked across the stage and you received a card with the name of your sponsor. After today's excitement settles, and it will, I encourage you to take a moment to express your gratitude. That simple gesture may be the beginning of a meaningful and lasting connection, perhaps even a future mentorship. As you begin this thrilling and at times challenging journey, remember that you're never alone. We are here to support, guide, and stand beside you every step of the way. Class of 2030, congratulations, and welcome to Wayne State University School of Medicine family.
Thank you, Dr. Brazel, and they do a lot for us. The Alumni Association works hand in glove with us, and they're super, super generous. I would now like to welcome to the stage Dr. Christopher Steffes, our Associate Dean for Clinical Medical Education. Following completion of an engineering degree from Cornell and his medical education at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, Dr. Steffes received a surgical training at the Detroit Medical Center. He joined the Wayne State faculty in 1993, serving as professor in the Department of Surgery and Henry Ford Hospital for more than 30 years. Dr. Steffes is also a Leonard Tao awardee and member of the Gold Humanism Honors Society. His steady leadership has guided many classes through their clinical years. As promised during orientation this week, you each received all the answers in that, what you got on stage. Received a copy, though, of your professionalism pledge from Dr. Steffes as you cross the stage today. He will now say a few words about that important document to guide you, your training here at Wayne State. So please welcome Dr. Steffes.
So now that you know which year I finished training, you can do the math in your head. I wonder how old he is. Let's see, 93? All right, everybody got a folder here with 2 documents in it. The second one is a declaration that Dr. Baker will guide you to in a minute. That would be the oath of commitment. But separately, you have a list of the Wayne Warrior MD Physicians and Training Principles of Professional Identity, which is a mouthful, so we call it the 16 C's. These were developed by a Wayne State Medical School committee led by our former dean, Bob Frank. The committee thought of outstanding physicians who were thought of as consummate professionals and then wrote down the words that described them on a dry erase board. This went through a lot of iterations, and the result is the document that's in front of you. The 16 adjectives all start with a C, and this seems to some of you like it's contrived as a gimmick of alliteration. Yeah, maybe. But when you look at them, it is a coincidence of the Latin roots in these words that describe the physician who excels in the professional relationship with the patient. They're all C's, there's no I, and as you all learned in soccer, there's no I in team and there's no I in these C's, right? It's all about your relationship with the patient. They begin with CO or COM. This is a Latin root meaning together with. Compassionate, competent. Committed, conscientious. Compliant, collaborative. Confidential. Community, collegial, considerate, communicative. All describe the relationship with the patient together, or with a physician together with the patient. For some of you who came by, I refer to these as the cheat codes, and that struck me, that's another 2 C's. But they really are, they're the cheat codes to being a successful physician, right? You learn these, you're gonna have a successful career. We will revisit these through your preclinical years, and especially as you fully apply them during your clinical clerkships. So keep this document in a visible place as you move through your training years. I suggest on the refrigerator with one of those little magnets that's not holding anything else on there. There will be a daily reminder of your becoming a physician, and it's about you and not just you, but you and the patient. As you strive to become a professional, this list will be of assistance. And as you progress and see these qualities in yourself, you're becoming the physician that your patients deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Steffes. Now, to a solemn part of our ceremony, I would like to introduce our Senior Vice Dean and Vice Dean for Undergraduate Medical Education, Dr. Richard Baker. Dr. Baker is a medical graduate of Harvard Medical School and MIT. He trained as an ophthalmologist and has served in many leadership executive roles, including as Provost and Dean of the Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science and as Associate Dean for the UCLA David Geffen School of Medicine. Dr. Baker oversees the education of our medical students and has dedicated the last several years to restructuring the school's curriculum to provide an education that produces community leaders as well as outstanding physicians. Dr. Baker will administer the Declaration of Commitment. Dr. Baker.
Thank you, Dr. Chadwell. Okay, I'm going to give you your second assignment, since I know some of you out there have 20 names in your phone. That's okay. Will the class of 2030 please rise and repeat after me? I solemnly pledge myself to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I will give to my teachers the respect and gratitude which is their due. I will develop my skills with conscience and dignity. The health of my patients and myself will be my first considerations. I will respect those things that are confided in me. I will maintain by all means in my power the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession. My colleagues will be my comrades. I will not permit considerations of religion, nationality, race, party politics, sexual orientation, or social standings to intervene between my duty, my peers, and my patients. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life, and I will not use any medical knowledge contrary to law. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Baker. Actually, I'm going to have you stand, I think, because we're going to take a class photo in your white coats, and we'll have Matt Guerin come out and do that. Awesome. Okay, we're almost done. I told you we're the biggest class in the country. What can we say? So thank you for your patience, but truly we are almost done. But I do want to be the first to officially welcome you into the Wayne Warrior MD family. And I also want to encourage you to embrace all the demands of this intensive training. On the highway to excellence in the Motor City, we will expect the very best from you, and we promise you the same. You will carry the impressions of this day with you throughout your lives. Enjoy this moment. Take all the pictures to capture, celebrate, and share this very significant milestone with your families, friends, and new colleagues. Now to our guests. This ceremony is the first of several significant milestones that we hope you will share with us to celebrate your new physician in training. The family network you represent here today is vital. It really is, to care for our student doctors while they become Wayne trained to care for others. Medical school is not a solo mission, and we welcome your engagement with our newly formed Wayne State School of Medicine Parent and Family Association. There was some information in the lobby, and please feel free to pick that up if you're interested to stay connected. It's a volunteer-led initiative that serves as a bridge between us if you would like to get involved with that, because these are very transformative times for your student, your physician. So with that, I would love to have you to take photos, but the stage will be closed after the ceremony concludes here in just a moment. So please take your pictures out in the lobby. Before we close, though, I do need to extend an extremely warm and heartfelt thank you to my very, very hardworking staff. They're all over the place. You've seen them around. I want to just thank them, the student affairs staff, for working behind the scenes to make this a very happy and memorable occasion for you. It was a pleasure having all of you here with us. Enjoy this beautiful rest of the day, the afternoon, and God bless you, class of 2030.